Well, I don't know how many years on this earth I got left. I'm gonna get real weird with it.
Hello, my beauties and bees, and welcome to the latest installment of Getting Weird With It. And we're gonna get super weird with it today, but before I get into that too much, I do want to clarify to Kip Davis, yes, that is a very, very young Bob Larson. A very young Bob Larson indeed. I'm glad that you noticed that. Anyway, today on Getting Weird With It, we're going to get super weird because we are going to learn how to do pyrokinesis. Pyrokinesis is, you could probably call it an offshoot of telekinesis, which is the ability to control physical matter with your mind, right? Pyrokinesis specifically is the ability to cause combustion with your mind or to control combustion in general. So that is what we're going to be looking into today. And I found like this little playlist. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get through it, but we're going to learn these techniques. We're going to go, we're going to go through all these little steps and tips and tricks. That's not what I wanted to be. There I am. All their little tips and tricks, and we'll see what comes of it. I didn't mean to go back to CrypticCorner. Yeah, we can set Bob's pants on fire. But these will be important survival skills as democracy, as we know it, crumbles under our feet. You will be able to use your pyrokinesis skills to defend yourself or to light your smokes in your concentration camp cell when they take away our matches. You'll be able to use your brain to light things on fire. Who wouldn't want to be able to do that? So, first thing I'll need to do is bring some fire up. Yes, I have some fire. All right. Step 2, we are going to pull some videos up and see what type of techniques are going to work best for the Hive. All right, here we go. We're going to start with Trevor 7. And I put my fire up higher than he does so that you guys can see it.
Happy Summer Solstice 2014. This is Trevor 7, creator of HowToTelekinesis.com and a student of AvatarEnergyMaster.com. And this will be a pyrokinesis demonstration, extinguishing a flame. Hope you enjoy the video. All right, finally. I've been working on this one for quite a while, and I'm going to use matches, and I'm going to do this first demonstration.
I'm not using
from
matches.
Start to finish, all the way from the top to bottom.
I just got
These
a
are just
candle.
ordinary store-bought matches. And
Trevor's got
I'm
me,
going to light
though.
one and then just let you see what it looks like, how it naturally behaves before I extinguish one.
So if you've never seen a match before, this is a match. And what you do is you take the colored head part of it and you strike it against a rough patch on the box, and it ignites it into a flame, which burns down on a wooden stick of balsa wood.
And kind of got to be careful how I do this. I can't look at it too much or think too much, or I'll put it out. So I kind of have to look away and bear with me here. I know it's exciting watching a match burn, but what's the point of
I don't
doing the
want to
demonstration?
accidentally put my candle out.
Control per se. And in hindsight, I'm kind of wishing I'd have wore my mask, because I know people are going to be saying I'm blowing it out with my nose and everything. Everybody thinks I have a bionic nose or something.
See, I can't blow mine out with my nose because it's protected by a jar. See? But we'll see what I can make happen with my mind. Can you all see the flames? Probably barely, huh? Probably just barely.
While you're waiting here, just take your hand and hold it down in front of in your lap there and blow some air out of your nose and see how much you can blow around there. I mean, people think I'm like bionic nose man or something.
Well,
okay.
Buddy, there's a reason why your audio doesn't line, or why there's no audio for your telekinesis videos. So we can't hear how hard you're breathing, because I can breathe hard enough to snuff out my candles here with my nose without y'all even seeing it. I can go. And if you hadn't been able to see or to hear my breathing, you would have thought, oh yeah, Bree just put that candle out with her mind power, right? Just to clarify, there's no sound on your video.
Okay, here's the first demonstration. And basically just squeezing the smoke out of them.
Now, I finished my coffee and I moved on to Dr. Pepper. So I'm still consuming copious amounts of caffeine, unhealthy amounts of caffeine, but this is to help my telekinesis. I don't know if you knew this, but the brain engines in your head are run on caffeine and or cocaine. You can run them on either one. So to properly do telekinesis, pyrokinesis specifically, you need cocaine. Did we just get memberships? Hell yeah. Thank you, Kalasia. Who got one? Let's see, 10 altogether. Welcome to the Hive. You can now Bigfoot stomp your way right across my chat for everybody who got a membership. We got New Way Yahweh. Okay, yeah, welcome to the Hive. Dr. Nick Riviera. Hello. Emily Wood. Heckleck. Tina Jones. Anarchic Fox. James Nordhoff. And Bryce Vining. Welcome to the Hive. Yep. Jason Jacoby showing you how to do it. That's how you Bigfoot stomp across the way. Hells yeah.
The match is what I'm thinking about doing. I'd used a lot of different techniques, but the kind of squeezing it, I don't know. I just imagine an orb around the bulb, around the flame. Then I just squeeze the bulb until it compresses the flame down to nothing. So it's just kind of
sometimes.
Before I was trying to
if I'm controlling a big flame, I'll use both hands. I do the Jean Grey pose. Or I guess it's more of a Sue Storm pose, because Sue did it first, which is the Invisible Woman, but she made force fields. She didn't just control things with her mind, but she could put force fields around things, make them float around and stuff. So she basically had telekinesis too. Sue Storm did, just not in the traditional way that you think of it. But yeah, I like that pose better. That feels more. But honestly, if I could use superpowers in any way, I'd love to be able to do it like Storm from the X-Men.
Suffocate it by holding my breath, kind of, or depriving myself of breath. And actually, this works on the inhale or the exhale. It's just the compression of it. I mean, you still have to have the empathy with the flame and everything to actually get the connection, but it's basically just, well, like you see what I'm doing there. That's what I look like I'm doing is what I imagine doing, squeezing the flame out. So anyway, somebody asked for this way back in I don't know when it was. There was still snow on the ground, and I was having a heck of a time with it. And
so
to tell you the truth, I still can't do it with a candle. I have to hold it in my hand so I can get my intention.
Bro, I can do it. I can do it with a candle. I thought you were the master. Maybe I need to start my own website and teach people how to do telekinesis the right way, because I'm schooling you at the moment. I'm doing it with a candle in a container. It's so easy. If I didn't have the sound going, it would just look like I'm doing this. Like I'm sitting here doing this and making it go up and down. I'm breathing on it, and it just making it flicker down, and then I stop breathing on it, it fires back up, and I can control my hand to match to go with that flow. It's
the match. But it's kind of neat how it works, and perseverance pays off once again. Oh man, it took me forever to get the hang of this. And I know people are going to say, oh, you're blowing it out with your nose. So hang tight here. I'm going to do a couple here for the skeptics. Since I didn't wear my mask, I figure I better do something where I mean, you can tell my nose isn't pointing at it. But anyway, there's one demonstration incomplete. And here's
Homie.
one for the skeptics, for the people who think I'm blowing on it. Look at there. Had to be a curve shot, wouldn't it? There you go. And one more time, up close and personal. There's the match. You see my nose pointing down at my lap. You see my mouth is closed. And outsy. Okay. Now back to work.
Okay. So I would also, if I was doing this with matches, what I would do to mimic that is I would have a couple of matches that had the sticks coated in Vaseline. Just a real thin coat of Vaseline will stop them from burning. At least it'll make it so it burns down to barely anything. To which even the slightest low motion will put it out. But that would be my methodology when pursuing this grift to show that I wasn't breathing on it. I'd get another match, coat it in Vaseline.
The rest of this is basically just me doing this over and over and over again because it's fun and I'm so happy I'm able to do it. This one is a stubborn one there. Yeah, it's not always smooth as glass, but if you just concentrate and keep faith on it, and boy, I keep focused on, squeezing that smoke out of that match. I don't want to think about the flame too much because when I get to think about the flame increases. So I just, that flame is not there. Just squeeze that flame out of there, guys.
Stupid.
It's pretty neat. Anyway, I can tell you how to do it, but there's nothing going to beat a bunch of practice, and that's basically how we learn all this stuff, guys.
I'm practicing and surpassing you right now, my dude.
It can be done, and I'm happy to say I can finally do it. All right. Well, I think there's a few more here.
Trevor, come see me. I'll teach you. I can give you a class.
Here. And when it comes to pyrokinesis, it's one of those things where telekinesis will help you, just like with all the other elements. If you learn that telekinesis, the art of
I'm pretty sure you can do that, Jason. I'm pretty sure you already have that ability. I think that having eyes is the only prereq. Aside from extinguishing safety matches just fucking go out, right? Like if you don't feed it the stick and you're holding it upright, it'll burn out on its own. I want to see the flames increase. Yeah, I want to how do you do that shit? Yeah.
empathy. That's what it's all about, guys. You got to have empathy with your target before you can make a connection. And then, your intentions. Not only am I squeezing my hand, but I'm also holding my intentions in my heart and in my mind, and squeezing all that. I mean, it's a combination of a lot of different things all into one fluent motion. But I'm happy to say I got her figured out, and I appreciate you guys watching. This is Trevor7. Good day.
Actually,
God bless.
It being in the jar makes it easier because I can, when I breathe out, it hits that back side of this and comes back in towards the flame. So it actually makes it easier doing a candle in a jar than a match, probably. I don't know, though, because it's contained, so it also makes it so I can't sit here at eye level with it and pretend I'm controlling it. I guess I got to get above it to be able to push air in between here. Just me talking, and that's the thing, too, that he doesn't exemplify here. It's just using your voice and the air vibrations and puffs of air from your mouth when you make certain sounds makes the flame dance. It's like how many we're 2 or 3 generations from candle dependence and oil lamp dependence, and people have already forgotten what it's like to exist in the presence of an open flame.
And namaste.
Dude, hold on. Making an ice cube float around, are ya? The way you do that is you take the filey, like if you crush up cereal, like a cereal with lots of iron in it, like Cheerios or something, right? And you crush it up and you pull the metal out of it, the iron, right? Pull that out of it, and put it in, and mix it with water and put it in an ice cube with a high enough ratio, you can do the magnet thing under the table and actually make the ice cube move around. The aerokinesis is the favorite, yeah, because I mean, Wind. What's that? He's a airbender. Pyro. We'll have to revisit this guy. Oh my gosh. Look at this stuff he's doing. He does all the kinesis. You're right. All the kinesis. He's an avatarenergymaster.com. All right. Before we move on from this guy, though, let's see. Because he had a website that he put up. Or that was mentioned. howtotelekinesis.com. And this is the home page. Oh, Robert. His name's Robert, I guess, not Trevor. Whichever. He's got like a fam and stuff. Everything I teach and demonstrate here is 100% real and easy to learn. Totally free. Play the compilation video and then check out my simple 1, 2, 3 method for learning psychokinesis, including aerokinesis, atmokinesis, biokinesis, hydrokinesis, pyrokinesis, and telekinesis, and more. You may have already visited some other TK sites and seen and heard the unusual telekinesis jibber jabber about using extreme mental focus and how faith is the key to success and so on. These are only half-truths, and if you've spent any length of time employing these methods, you probably noticed that by now. I'm going to give you the rest of the puzzle, and many of you will be doing telekinesis effortlessly in a matter of days or weeks. Could you imagine if people could really just do telekinesis? How many people would capitalize on it? You can't have something like that can't exist in reality, and then also not be utilized in public life, right? I mean, if the hydrokinesis was possible, right, we'd have these people on fire departments, for instance. You know, having a water bender on your fire department is going to be hella helpful. Having a fire bender or pyrokinetic on your firefighting team would be optimal, right? But let's see what we got next, because this is Master Jiang. Master Jiang washed his hands and walked to the demo place. And you have to hold his hands.
Are we convinced that there's nothing in my hands?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to dry myself a little bit on your shirt. Is it okay? Okay.
No, I would say no. He already started.
Okay. Okay, so this is what we call pine straw. It's like the leaves from the pine trees from up here.
Okay.
Please go and get a bunch of it and bring it over here.
Aduceți o bucată de acolo. Bring some. Domnul Filimon.
Yes, from the no below at your feet. Handful and put it on Shifu's hand.
Watching for sleight of hand stuff.
Even more. Okay.
Because there's places where you can see he's holding something in his other hand, especially before the scene here. But I think he's past.
If I'm able to do this,
I believe he's past whatever it was to his hand underneath the straw. So I don't know if it was a lighter or just something that makes a little spark. The same tiny lizard comes out every day to chill on the same spot and stare at one of my cats, and it's cracking me up every freaking day without fail. It's probably the sunning spot. Is it a nice warm rock that it's laying on? Yeah, firebending is hard. I honestly think he doesn't have like a lighter with fuel. He has one of those little spark things, but to make a soft clicking sound, which is why he's going "Hey!" to cover up the clicking sound that he's got going on under there.
What he says is it has taken fire. He wants to make. I'm sorry. Oh.
Whoa. Whoa. Wow.
Okay, good. This takes a lot out of me, so I appreciate the applause.
Wow.
See, after you convince these people like this, you can be like, now give me all your money. And they're like, no. And you're like, hoi! Hoi! To them, and they'll freak out and think you're trying to set them on fire.
Wow.
Hoi! 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 Like you're trying to give birth. MasterJiang.com. If y'all want to learn this technique, if y'all want to learn the constipation sound method to starting fires.
Wow.
You're gonna pull out a guitar and be like, and here's Wonderwall.
把它弄一点水喝，弄一点水喝吧。发这个功是非常小的。Okay, so to 发功 for living
I think
things.
it was telling them to clap because I don't speak English. I don't know, Kalasia, but yeah, clap for your own tricks.
It's one thing, but to generate this kind of heat for an inanimate object to set it on fire, it takes a lot.
Pentru a face facii către un organism viu este destul de
Can Master Jiang explain why he had to have a hand underneath the brush? If he was starting the fire with his brain, why did he need a hand under there?
Există puțin ci, dar pentru a lucra cu ceva care este mort, materie moartă,
Marshmallows.
și a influența necesită mult mai mult ci pentru a consumat.
So Sifo hopes that you understand why he doesn't do this every day.
Și vrea să înțelegeți de ce nu poate să facă asta.
My unfinished tale is dropping super chats. Thank you so much. Sorry, I'm letting it roll up so it'll show me how much it was so I can announce it. It was $666 for 666. My unfinished journey. Sorry, not my unfinished tale. But thank you so much, says Hail Nero, Hail Hive Science, and down with shady grifters making funny noises.
Okay?
Master Jiang. Jiang fooling nobody. Actually, he is fooling people. He's fooling all these people.
It's not that I give every patient who comes to see me, let them see something like this. I consider you guys who've come from so far away.
Patient. This guy is claiming he's practicing medicine. He's calling the people that come see him patients. Does he do psychic surgery? Do you guys know what psychic surgery is? Should I cover psychic surgery? Should I report on that? I swear I remember this. I was talking to BB about this. I even found the playlist I saved. Do you all remember me covering the African charm grifters that sell the charms that's supposed to make you bulletproof, and they make the videos with them shooting each other and it not working. Do you all remember me covering that? If yes, please say yes in the side chat. If no, say no. Actually, you know what? I can end this poll about the bunny man, and we can do a poll about that. Because I couldn't find it, but I remember doing it, and I might have dreamed that I did it. Yeah, but do you remember me covering bulletproof charms? If not, I have to cover that. I have a playlist ready for it and everything. I remember yes, do you remember that? Good. I know what psychic surgery is. I remember James Randi did some. Yeah. We'll talk about psychic surgery if y'all don't know. Is that where you replace a calcified pineal gland with one that's has no fluoride? Yeah, well, you gotta align the chakras on it first. It's more complicated than that. No, I don't know. Psychic surgery is like removing sickness from somebody, and they usually remove it and say it's this stone was your sickness. Yeah.
Family, and this kinds of things are for family. They're not for everyone.
Logan, you do remember? The fact that anybody remembers it at all, I couldn't find the episode, because if I did do that, I never cut it down as a standalone Wierd With It episode, and I'd like to release it, but I couldn't find it. So if you know what date it was on or what episode it was on, can you shoot it to me or DM it to me? Because I looked for it for hours last night, couldn't find it. Like, maybe I dreamt that I covered that, but yeah, it had the guy with the rubbing the knife on his belly and stuff like that, and yeah, it had to have been within the last 8 months too, because the most recent video on the playlist was from March of 2024. So it's been, yeah, the newest video on that playlist was from 8 months ago. So it's been with that time, and I went through and like scrubbed through every single live from the Hive since then, and I could not find it. So if you know where it is, if you know how to find it, or if you see it somewhere, please let me know.
Și vă consider ca familia mea din străinătate, din afara Chinei, am vrut să vă arăt și aceste lucruri.
I know, I don't feel like it was that long ago at all. I don't know how I missed out on publishing it though. Because I believe it would be on the live from the Hive, and then it would, yeah. But it's that's the same kind of vibe I'm getting here. The reason I brought it up is that's the same kind of vibe I'm getting here, and the psychic surgery stuff. But yeah, I'll add this psychic surgery to the list.
I appreciate the applause. I appreciate the support. Thank you, everyone.
All right. This did not teach me how to telekinet or pyrokinate. Show you how to get a girl to bare her midriff for ya. And let you touch her all over. Is this Master Jiang too? Yes, it is. Alright, what are you going to do? What are you going to do to her? Are you going to set her on fire? Poopy's two fingers.
The heat arrived.
Okay, can you see that?
Okay. What are you doing to her?
It was heat. What did you feel?
Yes, it's
Heat.
burning, like
Burning.
fire, like.
Okay. Okay,
Thank you.
Ну как, Тина, было больно?
You let the dude set your stomach on fire. Like, what?
Да.
这个地方呢，也许它会起个泡。
Yeah. Yeah, Bugbot will show for you guys.
After that, you know some water.
I-
起个泡以后呢，叫他不要用指甲跟抠摸。
What did you do to?
Scratch it. Let it burst normally. 让它自己破。啊 Don't scratch it. Okay, leave it. Stand up.
Homie's got his hands all over this. This is his grift. He's just like, I want to touch pretty girls. I want to pretend I can make fire with my hands or with my brain so that pretty girls can, yeah.
Okay, 可以了。
All right. All right, dude. You got a lighter. Okay. You got a lighter too. Here, we're actually going to scoot this over since this guy's doing it with a lighter. What are we doing? Can you explain this to me? It's getting hot. And we're wasting fuel. Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my lighter fuel with this nonsense. What are we doing? Yeah, let's see if I get a candle though. Let's do it.
Pyrokinezi arkadaşlar ateşle bir olup onu hissedip şekil vermek ya da değişik formlarını uğraştırmakla ya da uğratmakla mümkündür. Tabi bunun için psibolu vesaire enerjinizi iyi hissetmeniz gerekiyor ki buraya verebilirsiniz. Ben aynı çakmadan istediğim kadar yaksam bile böyle duracaktır. Niye? Çünkü herhangi bir şeyim yok. Alışverişim yok. Gördünüz. Görüşürüz. Bol çalışın, enerjiyle kalın.
I can do that too. I'm not sure what you're getting at, pal. Okay. Here we go. Is this going to teach us the secrets? Scion Sorcerer.
It's time for some pyrokinesis training.
Yes.
I have a candle here.
Homie's got a candle too. Oh yeah. On the same page, brah. Let's do this. I got mine lit already, but why you gotta use a lighter if you're a pyrokinetic?
Now then, let's see if I can get some kind of effect happening with this candle flame. First I'll try pulsing. I'll try pulsing the flame.
Pausing the flame.
At the moment I have virtually no skill with flame pulsing, so let's just see how it goes.
I'm not sure what language that was, but yeah, that's what he was doing. There's not a lot of wiggle room in this, but there is a little bit of regulation because it's a slide that comes in, so you can regulate the fuel release on that without looking like you're actually moving anything. All right. Well, I'm happy to know that I'm not losing my mind, but. Are you really going to spend 12 minutes? We're speeding you up. Holy crap. We'll do 2 times. Because your telekinesis is slower than mine. What's he trying to do? Pause the flame? Homemade cinnamon rolls sound freaking lit. Yeah, you need a robe like that, Dave. It will teach you how to be badass warlock. Who doesn't want to be a warlock? Oh, this one is dressed like one of those Resident Evil 4 monks and that go Murdy, Murdy, and throw freaking flails at you or whatever. I can literally do better than all these people. I have a jewelry torch with an oxy tank. I could blast the flames with oxygen and make it poof. Yeah, that'd be cool. You could do like...
Let's try my tornado.
Tornado?
So we can get the flame
dude,
moving.
if you make a fire tornado in that, I'll buy whatever you're selling. Let me see you do it. And I'm just trying to get some of the wax out of here because my candle's starting to get juicy. I'm down if it means I can fly and teleport through time and shit. Dude, make a tornado. You said you're going to make a tornado. I want to see it. He's got both hands on there now like this. Am I doing it right? There is some success here with the tornado technique. The flame.
Okay, the flame is dancing around just a little bit. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera. So let's try flame kill or flame extinguish.
Flame extinguish. Okay, so he's got his like.
I've achieved actual flame extinguish before. I've only ever had the flame decrease in size, just a little bit.
Well,
but
let me show you how it's done.
Pyrokinesis is not my strong point.
I'll let it cool for a minute while we watch this guy.
I'm a beginner in pyrokinesis. What I'm doing here is just filming a little part of my training process with a candle flame. So let's try flame extinguish.
I just let my wax cool because it was starting to get juicy. I knew it was going to be. I thought he was dressed like a warlock from Skyrim. Hey, PC. It's ESPC. Because the candle will burn better if I let the wax dry. It's just science. Just science, y'all. This could be a still for all we know because there's nobody moving. He's got cool rings, though. I like his rings. I got rings, too. So, we got more in common than you think, Warlock dude. Except for, I don't sniff my own farts about thinking I can have magic powers. I did. I tried.
Okay, so I'm not sure if I actually made the flame decrease in size at all. I'll have to check back on the film. But for me, pyrokinesis is kind of like a side skill or a minor skill that I'm training in. The two major skills that I'm training in are, of course, telekinesis and levitation, flight.
There you go. He can levitate and move stuff with his mind. So, if you want to learn how to fly, because people can do that, if you don't notice, it's because they put they cast a glamour over themselves so you can't see them up there soaring around. But yeah, if everybody could just fly, we'd save tons on fossil fuels every year.
Two of my my main focus. So, I don't expect to suddenly become great at pyrokinesis. I'm fully aware that it will take, many years of training, daily training. I have patience and I have perseverance, and those two qualities in themselves can take you a long way in your psychic training.
They still have to be, the psychic powers still have to be real, though. That's gonna be your main hang up, is that you can have the dedication and perseverance and all that good stuff, but if psychic powers just aren't real, then you're spinning your wheels for nothing.
Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again soon.
Namaste. All right, what are we doing, bro? Okay. I think mine's probably cool enough to light it back up. Yeah. Perfect. Let's do this. What are we doing? What are we doing, guy? What's happening? What are we trying to do? Guy, what are you doing? Nothing's happening. That was pyrokinesis? I didn't see anything. Start putting your energy into a candle. Got my candle here. Womp 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 womp. Boom 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 boom. There we go. It's charged. The candle is charged with Bree power. It's the best kind of energy that I have available right now. Then blow it out and relight your candle. I already did that too. Blew it out and relit it. I like how most of these videos, like, literally nothing happens besides the flame dancing around and the changing air temperature and wind directions and stuff. Ah! I'm bringing the magic candle. Come on. Firenado is a soup can. Cut straight down the side to almost the bottom, bend one cut edge a little and the other puts fuel at the bottom of the light. People are so gullible, right? And I'm magical. Like, do you see how magical I am? Ooh. You all are normies. We call you muggles. Or just psychic vanilla people. Because you can't fire tornado like I can. Fire tornado. Look at that. Look at that. I'm doing it with my mind, not with the air. I'm not making the flame dance with the air. I'm doing a fire tornado. Fear me. Fear me. How long you got this going on for, buddy boy? 5.5 minutes? Okay. What? Magic breathe. Yeah, thank you. Namaste. Pyrokinesis.
Okay, so with flame pulsing, what
From
I do
this
is
was
I
a
really make it cycle
potato?
from slow pulsing and increase the tempo or the wavelength of energy that you're sending through it to increase the pulse rate so that your pulse will actually go faster. Okay, so I'm going to start off slow and then I'm going to increase it.
It's blurry enough that you can't make out whether he's blowing on it, but I see his lips person. Wait, was that cool music?
Flame pulsing. once you've gained affinity with the flame and you've learned how to sync yourself into it, your own energy field in with the flame, you can increase. It's like a feel. Like once you're in sync with it and you start to pulse with it, you'll feel the pulse. And as you push the intensity, I feel it as yang energy, but other people might feel it as a yin energy. As you increase it, push the intensity, the flame pulse will speed up. I'm just going to demonstrate that here for you now. I'll start slow and then I'll speed it up.
Oh, I blew it out. With my mind! Yeah!
Just take my watch off. Just annoying me a bit. Alright. Okay, here we can see it's pulsing slowly. You don't really need your vision for this, it's more of a feeling technique. In fact, I like to close my eyes for this. So I'll just try and increase the tempo, keeping my face this way.
I'm thinking that there's...
Try that again. Slow. To a faster.
It's not dark enough in
with
here
the slower
for me to
tempos,
see.
it's more of a light, dark, light, dark. As you get faster, it's more of a quicker flicker, as it were. Try and demonstrate that again.
Oh, my TK is too
Once again,
powerful.
I just have to tune my mind and my field into that of the fire, so it just takes a few seconds.
Down. Down.
Slow.
My nose starts bleeding, then you know I've got the power.
To a faster. My hands shake a bit because I'm probably visualizing too much of the intensity, which in turn, if you're touching the candle, it might shake it a little. And there you have it. It's you can increase and decrease the pulse rate of the flame according to your fire field. It's also a lot harder to narrate to a camera and to be focusing on energies, but I hope that I've demonstrated at the very least a basic demonstration for those who would like to learn this.
You've demonstrated
this of course goes into a more complicated discipline, but first of all you need to learn to sync.
I feel like I was betrayed. Let's see, I worked for 8 years at a paint store. I told people I professionally watched paint dry. It was actually my job. If you have pyrokinesis, you can make the paint dry whoosh, just with your warm blast. You'd be like a heat gun. This looks legit. I'm glad you all are enjoying this.
With the flame.
Okay. What's next? Okay. What you got for us, homie? I don't know what's going on here. You better do something impressive. I'm starting to lose interest. You got a match there, sitting in what looks like the cup of an old tea light candle. Oh, I see. You're trying to get that matcher to just light with the power of your brain, and you move in real close. And it couldn't possibly be that there's more matches burning down there in that bottom of that tea light candle that you're blowing on. That couldn't possibly be the truth. Bree is concentrating hard on that candle. Meanwhile, some random neighbor is getting thrown around the apartment by a mysterious invisible force. Coincidence? Oh no, you think I'm just like thrashing people in the other room and don't even know it? Homie, what are we doing? Show me. Why is this video so blurry? Yeah, it's just... what this looks like to me is that this is a match being lit from the bottom up. Where he's not showing you the bottom where it's burning. Rammstein level. I know. If I'm going to learn pyrokinesis, right? I want to be able to be like a Rammstein concert. So, anyway, that was definitely learning pyrokinesis. Did you guys learn it with me today? Let's see what we've learned. Okay, got my fire burning right now. I'm going to use what I've learned in today's episode to make this fire go out. All right, this may take just a few minutes. It may happen instantaneously. I don't know. Yeah, Guys, if you want to learn actual pyrokinesis, hit me up. I'm a professional, right? I've been practicing for hours, literal hours, tens of hours at this. So I am an expert, and I will teach you my secret techniques. It's right here. Here's my secret. You might have one of these too. Do you have one too? Because if you do, you're the first step to learning pyrokinesis is having a nose. All right. So, do you believe in pyrokinesis? Do you think any of these videos are convincing in any way, shape, or form at all? Let me know in the comments down below. Appreciate everybody for sticking around and learning how to control flames with your brains with me. Please remember to be kind, take care, and we will see you next time.